Hello friends, in the previous lecture we have studied some special cases in simplex method such as infinite number of solutions, infeasible solution, unbounded solution. Though the region is unbounded, the optimal solution exists. So we have seen such cases. Today we are going to see the next special case known as degenerate solution. To get this idea, firstly we will see one definition, that is redundant constraint. So what is meant by redundant constraint? A constraint which do not affect the feasible solution space after its removal is known as redundant constraint. For example, consider the LPP. Maximize Z is equal to 3x1 plus 9x2 subject to constraints x1 plus 4x2 less than or is equal to 8, x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 4 and x1 x2 greater than or equal to 0. Try to solve this graphically. To solve it graphically, we will write down the constraints as equations. So the first equation becomes x1 plus 4x2 is equal to 8. Find the points for x1, x2 values. So if you put x1 equal to 0, we get x2 is equal to 2. The point becomes 0, 2. If x2 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to 8, the point becomes 8, 0. If you see second equation, we have x1 plus 2x2 equal to 4. Put once x1 0 and then x2 0 to get the points. When x1 is 0, 2x2 is 4, so x2 is 2. C point will be 0, 2, and when x2 is 0, x1 is 4, so D point is 4, 0. Plot the graph. We have to go up to 8 on x-axis, so I will take the scale 2, 4, 6, 8. Similarly on y-axis, see the first point 0, 2, x1 and x2 axis. The first point is 0, 2, A point. B point is 8, 0. Join A and B to get the first line AB. Which region we require? If you put 0, 0 here, 0 is less equal 8, so we require origin side region. See the second point is 0, 2 and next point is 4, 0, that is this point. So join the point C and D. A and C both are same points. So join the points, that is nothing but the line CD, the region below that, because origin satisfies it. And for x greater than or equal to 0, we have this region. When y greater than or equal to 0, this region. So which is the feasible region? The feasible region is this one. Observe that even though you remove this constraint, that is even though you remove this line AB, that does not affect the feasible solution space. So removal of this line do not affect the feasible solution space implies that the constraint x1 plus 4x2 equal to 8 is redundant constraint. because even though you delete this line, the feasible region remains same. So removal of the constraint does not affect the feasible solution space, and therefore that constraint is known as redundant constraint. So whenever there is redundant constraint, generally degenerate solution occurs. What is meant by degenerate solution? So while solving any LPP by simplex method, what we do? We find the pivot column and pivot row. The pivot row is obtained. Pivot row is nothing but the leaving variable row. So the pivot row is obtained, which corresponds to minimum non-negative ratio. But if for two rows the minimum non-negative ratio becomes same, that is if tie occurs, then we break the tie arbitrarily, and at least one of the basic variable takes 0 value in the next iteration. So this case is known as degenerate solution, and this generally occurs whenever there is redundant constraints. So what is this degenerate solution case? When the minimum non-negative ratio is same for two or more rows, then cycling or circling occurs. We break the tie arbitrarily, that is both values are same, so we can choose any value. But this results in making the basic variable 0 in the next iteration. This is known as degeneracy in simplex method. So whenever degeneracy occurs, it is due to mostly redundant constraint. If the LPP has redundant constraint, it may result in degeneracy. So, redundant constraint generally gives us the degenerate solution. Degenerate solution means one of the basic variable takes 0 value, and therefore solution is known as degenerate solution. To get the idea clear, consider the same example what we have taken for graphical method. Solve the following LPP by simplex method. Maximize z is equal to 3x1 plus 9x2 subject to constraints x1 plus 4x2 less than or is equal to 8, x1 plus 2x2 less than or is equal to 4, and x1 x2 greater than or equal to 0. To solve the LPP by simplex method, we write down the LPP in standard form. So maximize z is equal to 3x1 plus 9x2 subject to constraints x1 plus 4x2 plus s1 equal to 8, x1 plus 2x2 plus s2 is equal to 4, x1, x2, s1, s2 all greater than or equal to 0, and we add the slack variable s1 and s2 with 0 coefficients in objective function. So this is standard form. M, that is number of equations, they are 2, n, that is number of variables, equal to 4. We put n minus m, that is 4 minus 2, that is 2 variables, equal to 0. Therefore, we put the original variables, that is x1 and x2 is equal to 0. We get the basic solution as s1 is equal to 8 and s2 is equal to 4. This is the basic solution, and the new z row is z minus 3x1 minus 9x2 plus 0s1 plus 0s2 equal to 0. Now consider the iteration table. So iteration number, or we can say what operations we are going to perform. The basic variable, we have 4 variables x1, x2, s1, s2, solution and minimum non-negative ratio. In the first iteration, we have z row as z, coefficient of x1 minus 3, minus 9, 0, 0, solution is 0. See the first row, that is 1, s1 is equal to 8, 1, 4, 1, 0, s2 is equal to 4, coefficients are 1, 2, 0, 1. Because the problem is maximization, we require most negative z row coefficient. Most negative is minus 2. So x2 is entering variable. Divide solution by x2 column, that is entering variable column. 8 by 4 equal to 2 and 4 by 2 is equal to 2. We require minimum non-negative ratio. But here both ratio comes to be same. We say that tie occurs here. We can break the tie arbitrarily. Breaking the tie arbitrarily means we are able to choose any one of these. But if you observe in graphical method, we have seen that the first constraint is redundant constraint. We have solved the same problem now, and we have seen that this constraint is redundant constraint, and because this is redundant constraint that do not affect the feasible solution space, means that it is not necessary in the optimal solution, and therefore I will choose this as a living variable. Remember that you can choose any one of these. What is the difference? Sometimes it will result in recycling or circling because the case is degenerate case. So there may be more iterations will be required, and in such cases you have any arbitrarily you can take any one of these. So I will take the first, that is s1 variable, as living variable, and therefore the pivot element comes to be 4. In the next iteration, s1 leaves and x2 enters. So the next change is x2 enters here. So that is first change in this table, that s1 leaves and x2 enters. What we have to do? We have to make this pivot element 1, and with the help of that one, we want to make these two elements in that column to be 0. So what are the operation? In second iteration, we have 1 by 4. Our new row, that is S2 row, becomes 1 by 4 times S1 row. New Z row becomes, Z dash means new Z row, Z dash is equal to current Z row plus 9 times X2 dash means new row, and our new S2 row becomes, that is S2 dash, current S2 row minus 2 times X2 dash. X2 dash means new X2 row. You can say X2 even, it's same. So X2 is equal to 1 by 4. So see what are these operations. This is 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 0, 8 by 4 equal to 2. See the second, Z dash, it is Z plus 9 times. This plus 9 times 1 by 4. So minus 3 plus 9 by 4 minus 12 plus 9, that is minus 12, that is minus 3 by 4. Next, minus 9 plus 9, 0. 0 plus 1, 9 by 4. So 9 by 4, 0 plus 0, and 0 plus 2 into 9, that is 18. S2 minus 2 X2 dash. So this row minus 2 times X2 dash row, that is this row. 1 minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2. 2 minus 2, 0. 0 minus 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2. 1 minus 0, 1, and 4 minus 4, 0. Observe that this basic variable S2 has value 0, means that degenerate solution. So solution is degenerate whenever one of the basic variable comes to be with 0 value. Because this solution is 0 and we require minimum non-negative ratio, we assume this to be a very small value, epsilon. So whenever in the solution column we get 0 value, we assume it to be epsilon, saying that epsilon is very small positive value, and therefore this is to be 0, that is epsilon. We divide solution. For this now we require our most negative is minus 3 by 4, and with this 2 divided by 1 by 4, that is 8. 0 divided by this, that is epsilon divided by, so this will be minimum, whatever it may be, because this is epsilon, and divided by 1 by 2 becomes 2 epsilon. This is minimum non-negative. So now this is living variable. The intersection of this, that is 1 by 2, and therefore 1 by 2 is pivot element. In the next iteration, we have to make this to be 1 and others to be 0 in that column. So in next, what will happen? X2 remains as it is, but X2 leaves and X1 enters. So X1 enters here. So what were the operations? The first operation is our new X1 row, because this is changing. So new X1 row becomes 2 times S2 row. Our new Z row becomes current Z row plus 3 by 4 times X1 dash, and our new X2 row is current X2 row minus 1 by 4 times X1 dash. So do the operations. The first one, X1 is equal to 2S2. So make this 2 times, becomes 1, 0, minus 1, 2, 0. Z plus 3 by 4 times 0, 0 plus 3 by 4, that is 9 by 4 minus 3 by 4. 9 minus 3, 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2. 0 plus 3 by 4, that is 3 by 2, and 18 plus 0, that is again 18. X2 dash is, this row is X2 minus original current row minus 1 by 4 times. So 1 minus 1 by 4, 0. This becomes 1. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 2 by 4 becomes 1 by 2, 0 minus 1 by 2, that is minus 1 by 2, and 2 minus 0 remains to be 2. Observe that all z row coefficients are greater than or equal to 0, implies that solution is optimal. Values of x1 0, x2 2, and maximum z is 18. So this is solution of the problem. Observe that if you see these two iterations, the z value remains to be same. There is no change in the values, that is circling occurs. The value, there is no change. Here is also maximum z is 18, values of x and y remains same. So there is no change in z value, implies that there is circling or cycling, as one of the basic variable takes 0 value. X1 is basic variable and it takes 0 value in the optimal solution, implies that this solution is degenerate solution, and this degenerate solution occurs because if you draw the graph, you will get the idea that this is redundant constraint, that is, even though you remove that constraint from the graph, the feasible solution space is not changed, and therefore we get degenerate solution in this case. So degenerate solution generally occurs due to redundancy, and it means that one of the basic variable takes 0 value in the optimal solution. So remember that we have studied all these special cases in simplex method, that is degeneracy, infinitely many solutions, unbounded solution, infeasible solution, and though the region is unbounded, optimal solution exists. So all these are special cases. Thank you.